Hello guys, today we're going to see what's the lambda expression and func action and predicate, and what's the real use of all these things we're going to see today. Okay, so I'm going to take on an example. There is a method I'm going to create which giving the result square of the value. Okay, static double. Okay, it has its input and it returns okay, fine. So now before going into the real-time example, let me explain what's the lambda expression and what the action func and predict. So action func predict is a generic delegate, and lambda expression is a expression where you can define your expression in shorter way, which can avoid to write maximum of code, which it takes the input and return with the expression codes. Okay, so here I going to write an delegate to invoke the operation of square. So after that, what I going to do, I going to use with lambda expression action func and predicate to help out how to shorter my delegate code by using those. So let's go and write a delegate. Okay, so I call it as calculate square. Okay, okay, so now I going to assign my okay, now I going to assign the value to my delegate the square that. Okay, as you guys are aware, like what generally delegates to, it's like a function pointer. It will point to the function with the same parameter. When you invoke the delegate, it will give you the result accordingly. Okay, that's fine. So I created the instance. Okay, this is C pointer. So let's go and invoke in my main. Okay, invoke. Okay, and it's accept the parameter. So let's give the input parameter. Okay, so let's go and write this in console. Okay, so let's run this. So obviously it's going to give me a result. So our expected result will be a 4. Okay, fine. So we got the result. So this is fine. So now how to shorten this code by using the lambda expression. Okay, fine. So instead of go and call my square function, let's command. So instead of creating the function, I just going to command this code. Okay, so it will throw me error. So let's just command this as well. Okay, so now here, so what I going to do is I going to create directly the instance here. Okay, and so I going to define the variable equal to, and my expression is r into r. Okay, so if you see here lambda expression, so this is my input and this is my expression. This is like an inline expression or my code whatever I written to the function. So in deep we can check how the lambda expression work in a future, but lambda expression, it accepts the input and it's do operation and give the result. Okay, so now my C pointer, instead of assigning the function, I just removed my function square and directly I return the expression. Let's run now. So now I got the same result 4. So this is fine. Okay, this is the lambda expression. Okay, so now how we can use the func and achieve this. So what func generally is, it's a generic delegate. So by using the func we can avoid to declare the delegate. Okay, so let's comment this as well. So let's comment. Okay, let's write func. So if you see here, funcs, what it will do is, so generally it takes input parameter and give the result. It's an encapsulated method that has one parameter and returns the value of the type which we specified there. So my input type is int and my return type is double. Okay, and then I call it as C pointer and I going to write my expression. Okay, so what I did here is with func, I just replied my delegate with func as it's a generic delegate which can accept as I said like it is a predefined delegate which can replace declaring the delegate in our program. So then directly you can assign the expression over here. So let's save this and run this. So our expected result will be 4. Yes, so now we understand like how to use of expression and expression to reduce avoiding creating method, and how to use the func delegate to replace the delegate which we are declaring here. Okay, okay, let's go and see what is the action generic delegate in a Csharp. So as so far we understand a lambda expression and func. Okay, func replaces the delegate declared and the expression replaces the method which we declared. So next we are going to see what is the action. Okay, so now okay, if you see action, so action what it do is it's do the same as func, but action have another advantages. Func is to invoke or by using the invoke method like a delegate, but in action we no need to expect like we need to declare what the type of the output result. So just declare the input here, and that we no need to do any invoke, just we can call it like a other function, and it will do whatever the expression or the logic we return over the action, that will be started execute. So let's see here. So here just I will declare my input and call it as action. Okay, and yeah, so I write the expression. Okay, fine. Console dot write line. Okay, fine. So in this case we just taking the input and doing the square and writing in the console line. So as here what we did is just function, we invoked the function in the console right line, then we got the result. But here, so action just we declare, and so here you can create an method square, and you can do the logic over there. Suppose you want to write something in the console write line, or you want to insert in a database or anything. So let's yeah, so now just call my action in a runtime. Okay, and here pass the input. Okay, value I call it 3. Okay, so our expected result will be 9. Okay, so now let's run it. Yes, so my 4 is for function and 9 is for the action. So now you see the difference. So func need to invoke like a delegate, so then it will be give you the result. But for action, just it holds the expression or the function, which we can call and pass the input like a method. It will do the operation whatever we return over there. Okay, so this is the difference between action and the func. Hopes you understand. Okay, in other words we can say like instead of I want something like I don't want to expect any result, just pass the input and do some action, so then action will helps. Okay, let's go and see the next predefined generic delegate, which is predicate. So what predicate will do? So predicate generally its do is it will check the condition, like it will always returns bool value like true or false. So here on example I will write. So let's go and write predicate. Okay, we can take as integer. So here suppose my expression whatever my input I gave, which is greater than 5, then return me the boolean value. Suppose I want to check the condition check greater than 5. Okay, call y greater than 5. So predicate what we'll do is, so if my input is greater or smaller, then it will going to return, or always whatever the expression it going to return. If condition is matched, then it's going to return me a true, then it's not, then it will be a false. So let's call it here, and I going to pass the value. So now let's give it to, so which is lesser, so it's going to return me a false. sorry, I didn't write in console. Okay, so now it's giving me the input, it's gave the input as false. So now let's change my value to 3. So now so 3 into 3, it's okay, 3 is again, it's a false. Okay, then we can give it a 6. See, now it's giving me the true. So now, so predict generic function will helps you to give you the result, or even you can write an kind of expression. Okay, like us we doing just calculation, right? We are doing the square operation. See, it's giving me the result 2, and you gave input as 2, then it will give you the result as false. Okay, hopes you understand. Shortly we just go back and see the lambda expression helps you to avoid the methods, and you can write inline expressions. And func, what it will do is so if you are expecting the input and associated output, you want to get the output, then you can go with func parameter with that, and func delegate. And the action, what it's like kind of if you're not expecting any kind of output like void, then you can go and use the action. Then predicate will helps you to check the conditions. Suppose this expression condition, suppose I am doing the operation which the result is not greater than or lesser than or any kind of boolean result, then you can go ahead and use the predicate. Hopes you understand. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you have any doubt, queries, you can share your comments.